The Irish writer George Moon, known for his literary discussions, he said that if Anne Bronte had lived just 10 more years, she would have taken a place beside Jane Austen, perhaps even a higher place. He also described Agnes Grey as the most perfect prose narrative in English literature. Can you imagine that? Now, whether or not one agrees with Moore, his words help shift how Anne was viewed. For a long time, critics had undervalued her work. Modernist writer May Sinclair, for instance, once dismissed her as the weak and ineffectual Anne. Others compared her writing unfavorably to that of her sisters. Much of this negative image came shockingly from Charlotte Bronte herself, who became Anne's unofficial biographer after her death. Since very few of Anne's letters or papers survive, Charlotte's description of her as overly quiet, pious, and melancholic shaped public perception for decades. Now, only in recent years, thanks to works like Samantha Ellis's Take Courage and Bronte and the Art of Life, now they have these long held views of Anne being questioned and re-evaluated, finally giving her the recognition she always deserved. Now, one thing that remains certain is how deeply Anne's time working as a governess for the Robinson family influenced her writing. The Robinsons were wealthy and well connected, related to a marquis and even a member of parliament. And Anne's exposure to their world gave her first hand insight into class divisions and human behavior. She later wrote, "During my stay, I have had some very unpleasant and undreamt of experiences of human nature." Her novels reflect this sharp moral awareness. Both Agnes Grey and The Tenant of Wildfell Hall explore questions of ethics, class, and integrity. While biographer Elizabeth Gaskell described Agnes Grey as almost autobiographical. Now, that view underestimates Anne's literary craft. In truth, the novel is a powerful social commentary, telling the story of a poor clergyman's daughter who becomes a governess, witnesses the arrogance of the rich, and ultimately finds dignity and love with the humble curate. Like Charles Dickens, Anne portrayed the wealthy as morally flawed, revealing the quiet strength of ordinary people living with honesty and faith.